Last week, I promised to put the Hyatt credit cards through the full workout, but you might feel like this card skipped leg day. But can it flex enough muscle to outlift Hilton? Let's find out. First things first, if you find any value in this video, please like and subscribe to the channel, and I will be referencing a website. It is my own. It's free, go sign up, one click to get in, have fun. So I'm gonna break this up into two parts. So the Hyatt has the personal card and the business card. I'm gonna cover both of those, but not in the same video. So today is the personal card and tomorrow will be the business card. However, the meat of Hyatt and everything about Hyatt is gonna be in this video. I just wanted to split up the business card and put it in its own video, which will be a lot shorter. But before we get too crazy about Hyatt and all the things Hyatt with all the Hyatt stuff, we're just gonna cover the basic details of the credit card, which is called World of Hyatt, but so is the loyalty program. It's called World of Hyatt, and their whole company's sort of called World of Hyatt. I really don't like it when they don't name their credit cards. And that's just me because I have to put names on all the cards of the website, and a lot of them are just called Visa Signature card from whatever bank. And that's just boring. Name your card something. World of Hyatt Excalibur. I don't, whatever. It has a sign. Actually, before I get started, would it kill you, Chase, to have a high-res image of the credit card somewhere? I mean, this is just a blurry mess. If I'm doing free press for your credit card. Anyway, I'm all over the place. The sign-up bonus is 30,000 points when you spend $3,000 in the first 3 months of opening your account. Now, it is in a limited time offer period right now where you could earn 65,000 points, and it's kind of weird. So you get the 35,000 bonus points after you spend $3,000 in the first 3 months of opening your account, which is different than the regular 30, which is odd that they changed that, but whatever. And then you get an additional 30,000 bonus points by earning 2 bonus points per total dollar spent in the first 6 months of opening your account on purchases that normally earn 1 bonus point on up to $15,000 of spend. But you can't earn it on other categories that earn a bunch of points. You have to only earn it on the all other category, the everything else category, but you'll be getting 2x on those. So, I mean, you could use it as your catch-all card for 6 months to get that $15,000, which isn't terrible. You probably do that anyway with some other catch-all card. So that's not too bad. It's just, man, it's just weird. Like, what's with all the hoops? It has a nominal $95 annual fee. Pretty good, just in the budget range of travel credit cards. There are no foreign transaction fees. And obviously it's a hotel card, so it has access to the hotel travel portal like all other hotel cards do. You can also use it at the front desk. It doesn't need to be in a portal to get the point earnings. You can just use it at the front desk at a hotel or call on the phone probably. But it does not have any special transfer partner access where it can transfer its points to other partnered companies. The only hotel one that does is the Marriott Bonvoy. For some reason, I don't know why anybody would do it, but we'll hit that in another video. As for spending categories, you get 4x on hotels when you book them with Hyatt. Now, it's actually more than that, and I'll get into that here in a minute. You get 2x on airfare. You can book that directly with the airline carrier. You get 2x on dining, 2x on fitness memberships for some reason, 2x on transit, and then 1x on everything else. Now, like I mentioned, you get 4x on booking with Hyatt hotels using this card, and it's more than that. So you get 4 bonus points per dollar spent on purchases on all Hyatt hotels. Plus you get 5 base points from Hyatt per eligible $1 spent for being a World of Hyatt member. So just by being a member, you get 5 base points on all purchases. You don't even have to have the card. So if you book at a Hyatt hotel, you're a member, then you're getting 5 points for that. If you have the card, you're getting 4x on top of that. So, and that's just for being a member. And then because you have this card, which I'll cover here in a minute, you get instant status. So the status that you get instantly for having the card is a 10% bonus. So that gives you a 5.5x added onto your 4x. So that gives you 9.5x when booking with this card at Hyatt hotels. And like I mentioned last week, I usually, when I do deep dives like this, think of extra features that I can add to the website to make things easier to understand. One of those things is I think I'm going to add a hotel or just loyalty status option similar to those tiers that I have for like Bank of America and US Bank Smartly card. I think PNC Bank has a tiered status as well. I'm probably going to add a membership status so you can assign what membership status that you are. Now, I think 90% of the time, the status that you're going to be is the status that just comes with your best credit card for that hotel chain or whatever. So you're probably never going to get more than 9.5 because you're only going to get that level, because it is pretty difficult to get higher than that by staying at the hotel a bunch of times, which is like 30 and 60 times a year. So you're probably going to get that. But I know some people have elevated status, and which would mean that if you had the next status, and I'll actually cover that in a minute, but you'd be getting even more than 9.5 if you had higher status than what comes with the card. So the other categories I already mentioned, airfare, you're not going to do it in the portal, but just so that if you compare it to purchasing in a portal, you're getting 2x for that. Either way, dining 2x, fitness members 2x. I mean, Hyatt is big into fitness. That's all I got to say. They want you to be in shape, and there's nothing wrong with that. There isn't. I should probably heed the warning, honestly. And then you got your transit stuff I mentioned and 1x on everything else. So all in all, I don't really feel like this is a good earning card. So you get decent earning on hotels, which duh, I mean, it's a hotel card, you should. 2x on like anything else, and it's only really 2x on dining. You're not gonna use it for dining. You're not. I should mention that the points guy values Hyatt points very high. They're 1.7 cents per point. So dining is really 3.4, but you're getting 3x instead of 2x on Chase cards, which their point values are even higher. So you're getting like 6.4 for Chase points on dining. So you're not going to be using it for dining. AMEX is better. Chase is better. Like it's not a good dining card. Let's just put it that way. Airfare. No, you're not going to use it for airfare. Ride sharing. It's not the worst, but at least it has the category, but I just don't think you're going to use it. I think the only thing you're going to use this card for, even with its higher point values, is hotels. So earning potential is low. You're better off earning with Chase and transferring to Hyatt than you are trying to earn with a Hyatt credit card. So the only real reason to have this card, based on what I've gone over so far, which is not a lot so far, we're gonna cover a lot more, is just booking at the hotel. That's it. But it only has a $95 annual fee, so it's not gonna cost you a bunch. And so it should be easy to make up the annual fee and then, accrue some value by using the card at the hotel, maybe. Okay, so let's cover the standard benefits. So you get an anniversary bonus of 1 free night every year. Now, it's only redeemable in a category 1 through 4 Hyatt hotel or resort. This is the big knock on Hyatt, is that you can't just use everything on any resort hotel. It has to be usually the category 1 through 4. Now, I've watched a few videos, read a few articles. The category 4s are pretty decent. So it's not like you're staying at the Holiday Inn Express when you're redeeming these certificates of free nights. So, I mean, they do have some good category 4 hotels in some very nice places, but they have 8 categories. So 4 can't be that great in comparison, but whatever. The point being is you're probably not paying for the 8 anyway on your own, are you? So you're probably staying at the 4. So should we really be complaining about it? Probably not. You're probably staying at the 4. Because if you're staying at the 8, category 8 hotels all the time, you're probably not watching this video anyway. So car rental insurance, it has secondary, but why would you use this card? I mean, you wouldn't. You're not earning any points using this card. You're doing 1x if you pay for your car rental with this card. So you wouldn't use this card. There's plenty of other cards that have secondary that you could actually earn points with that are easy to get, like the Freedom Unlimited or the Freedom Flex. It's going to earn you more for renting cars, and they have secondary. I mean, a ton of cards have secondary insurance, and this isn't the card you're going to use, so just take that off the table. All right, so earning perks and status. So you can earn a free night at any category, 1 through 4, 1 through 4 only, hotel or resort with Hyatt if you spend $15,000 in a calendar year. Now, if you're going for that extra sign-up bonus and you're gonna use this as the 2X card for 6 months to get that extra 30,000 points, then great. You'll get even one more night along with the anniversary night that you get up here. So that's great for your first year. You're never going to do this again, spending $15,000 in a calendar year. I mean, maybe you will if you're chasing status or your job requires you to stay a ton of nights in a hotel for most of the year. You're traveling around the world. You're young, you're hip, you're a mover and shaker, world traveler. Then okay, I get it. But for us normal people, this doesn't make any sense at all to even try. Earn 2 additional night credits. So it's not really what it sounds like. You're not really earning free nights. You're just earning the credits that you stayed there at the night. So for every $5,000 you spend on the World of Hyatt credit card, then you'll earn 2 tier qualifying nights toward the requirements for elite status. These tier nights are in addition to any nights that you've earned by staying at Hyatt, but if you spend $5,000, they'll give you 2 nights. So if you're chasing status, then this is spending $5,000. You'll get 2 nights every time. All right, so let's just go over the membership levels. Obviously, just signing up on the website for free, you become the member, and that gives you the 5 base points per dollar spent at Hyatt hotels. By getting the card, you get instant Discover status, so you don't have to meet these requirements. It just instantly gives you. I'm assuming that you're gonna have the card because that's why we're here talking. So you'll at least have the card. So you'll at least have Discover status. That gives you 5 base points because you're a member, plus 10%. So that's like 5.5x on every dollar spent. Plus you get the 4x. Now, the weird thing is that when you're trying to earn base points to chase status up to globalist status, then the 4x on the credit card doesn't count. Only the 5.5 counts against you earning these base points. Now, what that means is once you have Discoverist, because you got the card and you want to get to Explorist, you need to spend roughly around $9,000 on the Hyatt properties. Either, like I said, spas, restaurants, stays in the room, and so on. So you need to spend around $9,000 to get the 50,000 base points in order to get Explorer status. Or you could stay there for 30 nights. I mean, you stay there a whole month, great. If you're someone that just travels all year round for your job, then this is probably not that hard, but for most of us regular folk, this is gargantuan. So, and then to get globalist status, you need to spend an additional roughly $17,000 on top of the, once you get to Explorer status. I'm calculating in the extra bonuses that you get each time. So you're getting a 10% bonus here, and then once you're Explorers, you're getting 20% bonus. And then once you spend $17,000 roughly to get to globalist, you're getting a 30% bonus. And then to get the lifetime globalist status, you have to get 1,000,000 points. You can't even stay a certain amount of nights to get that. You have to spend roughly $154,000 to get that. So, and like I said, you can't even stay there all year long to get lifetime globalist. So I've heard of people trying to get this, but I don't know why it's worth it, but okay, maybe it is. Now, to help out with that status, back over here on the benefits page, every year, just for simply holding the credit card, you get an additional 5 tier qualifying nights, just to make it easier to get to that 30 and 60 nights that you need to qualify for those status levels. Now, like we've already talked about, you get instant Discover status, gone over that extensively already. And then you have some travel protections. You get baggage delay insurance, lost luggage reimbursement, and trip cancellation and interruption insurance. Some things I want to point out: the free night certificates that you can earn every anniversary of having the card or by spending $15,000, those expire. They expire 12 months after you are issued the free night. So, that's not great. As for application rules, 524 applies to all Chase cards. I think the only one that I know of that doesn't totally apply to is the Amazon Prime card. I've seen people say that one does, but all the other Chase cards that I know of, 524 applies. Also, the Chase 230, you'll be declined if you apply for a third Chase card of any kind within 30 days. I accidentally triggered that one with my unlimited application. Chase 46. Chase will decline your application if you apply for a fifth Chase card, personal or business, in 6 months. And then the Hyatt 124. You'll be declined if you are a current card holder or if you've received a card sign-up bonus in the last 24 months. So I don't know if that applies to business cards. It doesn't specifically say that. Wherever I got this information didn't say it. However, I can understand if you've canceled the card within the 2 years and then tried to get the bonus again before 24 months is up, that would trigger this rule. But I'm not sure if it applies to two different cards because they only have one card personal and one card business. If you know, put it in the comments below. And again, application rules are with a grain of salt. There's no hard, fast place to look this up. This is just gleaning from the internet what the application rules are at all times. So if you know for a fact any of these rules are wrong or there needs to be additional rules added, please let me know in the comments below and I'm happy to update these. Now let's go over the point system for World of Hyatt. So the pointsguy.com values the points at 1.7, spoke about that earlier. And then you also get a status base points of 5x, also talked about that earlier, but that's all documented here on the World of Hyatt point system page. You can transfer the points to your spouse or even to friends, to my knowledge. But the only two other point systems that can transfer into the World of Hyatt points are Built and Ultimate Rewards, which is Chase. The only two cards that can earn World of Hyatt points is the World of Hyatt personal card and the World of Hyatt business card. Again, come up with a name for these cards. I like Excalibur. Now, to highlight a brand new feature on the website, which is currently free. It will be a paid feature once I decide to make some pay tiers, which it's gonna be a while. Everyone calm down. It's gonna be a long while before I wire up any kind of payment stuff on the website. I'm not concerned about it at all. I'm just telling you this will be a paid feature. Once I do that, it's probably gonna be year or years. There's a new button over here on the side where you can edit your point values. So if you disagree, you think 1.7 is too low or 1.7 point value is too high, so that when you're doing comparisons across the website to other cards, you go, I redeem for 2.3. Every single time I've done this, I've gotten a 2.3 cents per point. Then you can just change that travel value, hit update, and boom, those points are now valued across the website. Anytime you do a comparison, on the card page, everywhere, when you're doing the transfer partner values for those points, and in terms of airline and hotel cards, it doesn't really matter what your point redemption preference. There's only one way to redeem points generally for that, so it's always going to be the travel value. So now it'll be 2.3. So if I go back over to the World of Hyatt card, you'll see it's 2.3, and you'll see, okay, it's 2x on airfare, but times 2.3 is now 4.6. So now when you compare this card to other cards, it will be 4.6 compared to whatever those points are valued on those cards. And you can update all the point systems values to whatever you want. Now, beware. Customizing point values is useful, but risky. Overly optimistic values can mislead decisions, like overestimating rewards or choosing less rewarding options. Use realistic redemptions as a guide or leave the fields blank to rely on the industry benchmarks, which I use the pointsguy.com valuations. And again, I want to note that this eventually will be a paid feature, and even when it's a paid feature, it's not going to be much. Calm down. Everyone just relax, breathe. Everything's gonna be fine. It's gonna be a long time before I do this, and when I do it, it's gonna be like barely anything. Cup of coffee. All right, so there's that. Let me reset this back. Just hit the X to reset it back to the default value, hit update, and you're back to 1.7. Now, my last video, which isn't out yet as I'm recording this, so I'm sure you guys are skewering me in that, which is fine. That was what the whole point of that video was, to present the facts as I sort of knew it in my head without deep diving into Hyatt. Okay, so one of the impressions that I had was that you could not use points on like 5 through 8 category hotels at all, like no points whatsoever. But it's clearly in the website that you can. It tells you how many points you need for each hotel category. So that is definitely not true. It's clear that you can book any hotel that they have using points. But I have watched videos where they say you can't. There is no, and I don't have any experience. I don't use Hyatt whatsoever. I've only really used Hilton in terms of points, which again, super easy. Every hotel that I've ever tried to book with points allows points. But I absolutely have heard from other videos from other credit card YouTubers that there is an issue with booking with points on some hotels. So I don't know if it's just random. It sounds like it's just random as to what it is, but clearly on their website, as we can see here, it's a set amount of points per hotel category, off-peak versus standard, and peak times, premium suite, standard suite, club, and so on. So they have got a set thing for all of these. These are the resorts, all-inclusive resorts, so you can book at every one of those with points. So you absolutely can book, and even with cash plus points, and even room upgrades with points. So there must be some kind of voodoo magic on it. Maybe if I get into the world of Hyatt and experience that myself, I can give you a little bit more about that. But according to World of Hyatt, you can book with points on any hotel, any category that they have. So yeah, I just looked up some bookings for the Hyatt to book with points, and it is true. You can't just book every hotel with points. The ones that I tried couldn't book with points. So I don't know why they advertise that you can book with points when you cannot book with points. For example, I quickly ran over, grabbed Key West. You've got 5 options here. If you turn on points, 5 options goes away and it goes down to 2. So definitely can't use points on any room like it seems to imply in its chart. All right, so let's go over all of these status differences. So we get benefits with Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I don't know what the hell that means. Mr. and Mrs. Smith is a hotel, apparently. I guess they're just calling that out. Peloton benefits. I'm telling you, they love the fitness at Hyatt. They're all about it. Bonus point earnings, 10%. We've already covered that. Premium internet. Thank you for the premium internet. That's probably not premium, but whatever. And bottled water. Room upgrade as available at check-in. So preferred room within type book. Upgrade room, including suites, rooms, and so that's cool. Excluding suites. Not cool. So you can get an upgraded room, but it doesn't mean you can get the suites or the club lounge and rooms with club and lounge access. Well, geez. Whereas Globus, you can upgrade anything. Elite check-in. So they refer to elites as these 3 statuses. So if you're just a regular member, you're not an elite member, these 3 are the elite members. So when they mention elite, that's what they're talking about, these 3. So you get elite check-in. It's basically just expedited check-in. Calm down. All right, late checkout is 2 p.m. for Discoverist, Explorist, and 4 p.m. for Globalist as available. Yeah, so it's only at some locations, and it's only based on availability. So if they have a full hotel coming in and you got to be out of the room so they can clean all the rooms, then you're out of luck. But my understanding from some videos that I've watched that it's pretty easy to get late checkout even with Discoverist. So AA Ron Vantage. Because it's pronounced Aaron? Son of a... Redemption options for Explorist and Globalist. This is starting at 5,000 points. And Explorist or Globalist can redeem points for A Advantage. You done messed up, AA Ron! A Advantage status for a day for themselves. This includes priority check-in, free check bags, and more. All right, so basically what this means is you can take your Hyatt status points and apply them to American Airlines status so that for that one day, you can get all the perks for that American Airlines status. So free check bags, priority check-in, and other elite benefits from American Airlines. I mean, that's kind of cool if you fly American a lot. Obviously, doesn't if you don't. So guaranteed availability on hotels as long as you book within that time frame. Welcome amenity at Hyatt Studios for globalists. Enjoy your choice of $15 USD market credit or 500 bonus points per stay. You get free parking as globalist on free nights. Does that mean you have to pay for parking otherwise? So what this means is some of their hotels, you do have to pay for parking in addition to staying at the hotel, which, okay. And when you use this certificate, it waives the parking fee. It's probably like Vegas or something like that. I don't know. Who knows? Priority access to rooms. So basically, if you're doing early check-in, you get to bump other people that aren't globalists out of the line for early check-in. All right, it's nothing crazy there. Pretty standard. Okay, so tomorrow I'm going to cover the World of Hyatt business card. It probably won't be as long as this because I'm not going to go over all the little nitty gritty of all the status and everything. I'm just going to cover the basics of the card. There were a few things that I learned that I didn't know, with the status and the base points. I definitely didn't know about the base points and how to earn up the status chain. The credit card points don't count. Only the base points count, so that was a little odd. But otherwise, it's convoluted, but it's not so convoluted that it doesn't make any sense at all. I don't know why hotel cards make it so difficult. It's like playing chess. You're playing chess against maybe it's from Vegas hotels, that what they've learned from Vegas hotels, how to confuse their consumer so much that they just hand over their money because it's just not worth trying to figure it out. Anyway, I'm just riffing. Anyway, so let me know what you think in the comments about the Hyatt credit card. I'm sure I still missed something. So put those in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Go sign up for the website. It's completely free. And we will see you in the next one.